Hey there VC, I'm back with another update video, and with this I got some LPs, I got a box of singles, and some singles with the picture sleeve. I'm going to start with the singles with the picture sleeve, then I'm going to go on to LPs, and then the box of singles. This is the box, by the way. So I only have 4 picture sleeve ones to show. The first one is the Monkees, Last Train to Clarksville, back with Take a Giant Step. Not in too bad a shape. Yeah, let me hold this up to the light, it's not too bad. This is a double for me. This is the second one I have now of the Monkees. I'm a believer with I'm Not Your Stepping Stone. This writing right here is on the actual outer sleeve. It's not on the picture sleeve itself. But yeah, this one is also pretty nice. I have another one of these that's in better shape, but I just grabbed it because it was cheap. Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson, Say, Say, Say. Another one I grabbed because it was cheap and it's in pretty nice shape. And Gene by Oliver. Another one, pretty nice shape. I'm not going to go on to the full-length LPs now. First one I'm going to start off with is this box set. It's a 5-record box set by Motown Records. The Motown Story. It has 5 records. It includes interviews, live performances, and just compiles different Motown songs. I actually found this at the thrift store. And they only charged me for 1 record. They didn't charge it as a box set. Let me hold this up to the camera. Hopefully you guys can read this to see what's on here. It's a 5-volume box set. All the discs look like they pretty much haven't been played. They're all pretty fine condition. I believe this came out in the early 1970s. Correct me if I'm wrong if you guys know anything about this. Here's the just one of the discs. You can see it's pretty fine, and they're all on the Motown label. It's a 5-volume set. It has all 5 discs. Here's the second one right here. I just don't feel like showing all of them because that would take a little bit. So let me put this back now. I should show the inside of it too. The inside is just regular white cardboard. They all have these rounded corner inner sleeves with them. But yeah, it says it's 58 golden hits that made Motown history. Live in-person interviews with the artists that recorded them, presented as a 5-volume set. So I'm pretty glad to find this for $1. Up next, I got a series of records from the 1950s that are all in pretty fine condition. This is the first one, Rock and Roll Bash by the Crew Cuts. These are all, most of them, in really beautiful condition for stuff made in the 50s. Like, you don't find them in this condition where it's white and it's, let me show you. The only problem with this is slight staining at the top. There's no seam splits whatsoever on this, and this is fairly thin cardboard. Just to show you how thin it is, it's very thin. There's no seam splits whatsoever. And the disc on it is just really, really nice. Generally, when you find this 1950s stuff, it has stains on it, has writing. Might have a bunch of yellow tape over it because this is thin cardboard, so it splits very easily. The only fault with this one, besides the slight staining at the top, is that there is a crease in this corner. But, it's not very noticeable. And here's the disc. It actually plays really, really well. Not sure how well this is coming out in the light, but it's a beautiful, beautiful condition disc. It has some slight scuffing and stuff at the top, but it's you can see over there it has scuffing and fingerprints and stuff. I haven't really cleaned this, but it's in really, really nice shape. I'm going to throw in some inner sleeves with them too. Here's the next one. It's the Platters Encores. This one is also very nice. Has very minimal ring wear to it. Once again, with the thin cardboard with no seam splits whatsoever. The back cover on this one is nice and white, free of any debris or anything. Just some slight black marks over here. This one is also a very fine condition disc. You can see all my fingerprints and stuff up there. Those are older fingerprints too. I don't just handle my records like all over the place. I hold them generally like that. But yeah, really nice to find a lot of these 1950s LPs in such fine condition. This is another really nice one. This is the Diamonds, America's Favorite Song Stylist. This has some slight staining at the top too, but not as noticeable, just across there. Another one with no seam splits. This one is also very, very fine condition. Even the corners on most of these are pretty square. Like, generally you find them dented and creased and not looking very good. This is one that's a very fine example. These I don't really think have been played too much because some of the discs have scratches. Like I'll show this in the light, like some of the scratches it has, but that's from being taken in and out because they all follow the same exact thing, and they're all in a pattern. It's not like because if you played it with a needle, there would just be random scratches and stuff, not going in a pattern. So a lot of these scratches are just from being taken in and out, which is why I want to put these in a sleeve because I don't believe these originally ever had sleeves with them. This is probably the worst condition one in the lot. Yeah, there's nothing I could do about it, though. It's Doing the Twist with Joe Houston. This has a seam split that was on the spine. This has been taped. It's pretty old tape. You can see where it's yellowed. Here's the back. The disc on this one is pretty nice, though. I mean, it's just the cover that's, it's kind of, bad. I'm just, it could be a lot worse, though, I suppose. Disc on this one is also very nice. This is one that's like minty condition. It's Herbie, Mann. I've only heard one of his other jazz albums, so I found this for cheap for $1, and it's something I decided to pick up. It's Herbie, Mann, Glory of Love. This is pretty much minty. The gatefold doesn't even open all the way. It's yeah, the minty copy. It's textured. I don't know how to describe the texture. It feels like a marshmallow. It's kind of weird. Here's the inner sleeve. Beautiful inner sleeve, by the way, besides this needing to be glued back here. Let me show this disc. This disc is a pretty beautiful condition. I see some spindle marks on one side, but this side doesn't have any, so I think this was only played a couple times, handful of times maybe. I haven't listened to this yet, so I don't know how it is, but yeah, I'll be listening to this soon. This is one I bought that I didn't know it was warped when I bought it, but it was $1, so maybe I could try to fix the warp since it's only in one area. Golden Hits of the Four Seasons. It's not an amazing condition. It's a pretty decent condition copy. Over here is just a stain from tape. There's no actual tape there. There's like tape stains all over the place. But here's the spine on it. It's better than the other copy I have, besides, the disc being warped and all. And it's also a different label variation. It's on the oval VJ label. This disc is also really heavy. There's a scuff over here that isn't feelable. But this one is actually pretty beat. Let me hold this one to light. This one is it's kind of beat up, but at the same time it's also really glossy. Like, let me find where the warp is. I'm going to try to flatten it out with maybe a hairdryer and a heavy book. It's right over here. Maybe you guys can see that. It's just that one area right there. It only affects the first song on each side. So, maybe if I do like a hairdryer, then press something heavy on it, maybe it'll flatten out enough to where it'll play. This is one I grabbed kind of on a whim. I have some singles from these guys. Don't have a full album besides the Greatest Hits album. It's Gary Puckett and Union Gap, Incredible. This album isn't too incredible. It's an okay album. If you find it for cheap, get it. It's just that all his songs sound really the same. I mean, it's Gary Puckett and Union Gap. I mean, a lot of their songs sound the same. I feel like they were just like the generic brand of Paul Revere and the Raiders. I mean, look at how they're dressed on there and stuff. It's, yeah. Here's one I got on a whim also. Bill Black's Greatest Hits Volume 2. I have yet to listen to this. I know Bill Black was a okay, I almost messed up there. I was going to say Paul McCartney. Oh my god. I know Bill Black was Elvis Presley's original bass player. And I wonder if these are like covers he did or songs that he's played on, because it has like a Rachi, I Walk the Line, Memphis, Tennessee, Bebop Lula, stuff like this. And it has this mirror finish that'll give you a headache if you look at it too long. This one's also in pretty nice condition, if I can remember. It has the original sleeve, heavy disc on this, and it's beautiful condition. So yeah, really cool to find this. I think I need to glue the bottom because the bottom on this is it's peeling up a bit. I'm gonna have to glue that down. Rick Wakeman, A Journey to the Center of the Earth. I used to have this, but I got rid of it and I never listened to it. So I got this. Maybe I'll listen to it. I don't think it's an original. I think it's a reissue. I think my copy was on the brown A&M. I don't know. What year did this come out? Give me a second. I'm trying to find like a copyright or something on it. It doesn't appear to have one. 1971. That would have definitely been on the brown label, so this is a reissue. This is the final record before I go on to the just singles that are in that box. This is one by the Skyliners. I know their first album is very hard to find. This is a early 1960s compilation, I think, that came out. These are the original recordings, too. Since I Don't Have You by the Skyliners, this is in stereo. It's in really nice condition. It's this came out in the early 60s, I believe. But this is another one that's in really nice condition, minus that there's tape at the bottom, but what can you do? It says November 63. This came out 1963. Yeah, this one is also really, really nice shape. It's on Original Sound Records. Pretty thick vinyl, too. Yeah, I haven't listened to this yet. The only song I really know by the Skyliners is Since I Don't Have You, because that's probably their biggest well-known hit. So, you know, I might be able to check out some other stuff to see if I like it. So now let's get into this box, okay? Got this box that's full of singles. Here's the singles and stuff. Most of these don't have sleeves or anything. There's a few that do. I'm just going to grab these kind of out of nowhere. The Letter by the Box Tops. That's a pretty big hit. This is a cool one. Sunshine Superman by Donovan. I almost bought a picture sleeve of that before. Layla, Derek and the Dominoes. Wendy by The Association. Dream a Little Dream of Me by Mama Cass Elliott. This is probably my 5th single of this. Crimson and Clover, Tommy James and the Shondells. It's just I always find it. Oh, this is a real nice one right here. Did you see her eyes? I don't like the single version. They cut it down. Someone's car alarm is going off. Light My Fire by the Doors. Bits and Pieces, Dave Clark 5. Maggie May by Rod Stewart. Play with Fire by the Rolling Stones. I Heard It Through the Grapevine, Marvin Gaye. If I'm touching the grooves on these, don't cringe. I haven't cleaned any of these yet, so they're all dirty. Victoria by the Kinks. Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, the Platters. Can't Take My Mind Off of You. Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. Here's the ones with the sleeve now. Evil Ways by Santana. Fly Robin Fly by Silver Convention. Disco Duck Part 1 by Rick Deese and his cast of idiots. Listen to Music by the Doobie Brothers. Here's the rest of them. I'm just going to fly through these. Expressway by the Soul Survivors. I'm not even going to read these anymore. I'm just going to have them like this. I'm sorry. It's just I don't know some of these. Something on VJ there. I like the label on this one. I thought that was kind of cool. Wait, did I already show these ones? I don't think I have. I just got confused there for a second. Wow. Ending it off with Rare Earth. So I just didn't know some of these, so I couldn't read them aloud. It's because a lot of these I knew, and I'm just trying to fly through these at this point. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of these finds, and yeah. Thank you guys for leaving the comments and stuff. I like reading those, so if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, etc. Thank you guys for watching.